G'day everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers. In this video we're on a Western Queensland adventure. It's late spring, we're just about into summer. Very hot out here today. It's about 42 degrees out here. Lots of flies, red dirt, dust. It's going to be great fun. We're in an old town. This is the first one we'll visit on this trip. We're going to visit several. We're in an old town that was used in the early 50s. And there's also a chance of decimal coins because it was also used into the 1970s. But there's lots of evidence of the old place. There's concrete slabs, there's lots of bitumen roads. Lots of fun out here. I've been out here before, found lots of coins. Let's get into it, see what we can find. Back shortly. Righto, I'm out here with the flies and the red dirt and the heat. It's about 42 degrees C. I've dug two targets. One was a 1 cent piece. You can see where I am, the old concrete slabs. This is at the on the road verge. There's the old bitumen road. And this target, solid 82, and I got a florin, 2 bob. Big silver, big as it's going to get here. That's a 50% silver, that's a 58, 1958. There we go, look at that. Geez, it was a nice clean signal, as you can imagine. Elizabeth II on the back. Great start, so I'll concentrate on this house, see if we can get some more coins and relics. Well, here's my first cool relic. Beautiful little matchbox car. No base and wheels. That was a good high 76 signal. I think it's a little Vauxhall or something. I'll check that out. I think it's a Vauxhall. Most of the matchbox stuff, of course, was English cars. Yeah, a little bit of yellow enamel paint still on there. Ripper. Here's my next target. I thought it was a valve handle, but I think it could be a cast wheel off a toy. It has got some writing on it. I'll magnify that if I can and see what we come up with. Maybe just a machine part, but it could be a wagon wheel or something off an old lead toy or something, who knows. Okay, there's Peter working away at that slab over there. You can see we've parked the vehicle over there under a tree where we had lunch. This is what I love about relic hunting, these old places which are quite remote and rarely visited. This is what you get to find. Look at this, sunbaker. After some storm in the past, this beautiful Commonwealth penny is laying on top of the ground. Didn't even need a detector for that. Be a King George VI, obviously. 1930 if I'm really lucky. Looks to be 1922 or 23. So that might date from the original use of the town. Beautiful old coin, would have been in circulation for quite a while when it was dropped. But yeah, Commonwealth penny, KG5. Here's another pretty cool find. It's another toy. I think it's a matchbox king size. Looks like the tray of a Euclid style truck. Big mining truck, which befits its location. Perfect place to find it. I'll keep scouting around, see if the rest of the toys here. Looks like the back's just broken off it there. You can see it's the double axle there. Should be a brand name on it. I think it might be matchbox king size. Mid-80s, a little bit jumpy, so I'm not confident. It seems to be a fairly large target. It's not huge, but it may not be a coin because it's a fairly widespread, the target signal. But 85, 86 sort of. Oh, it's out. Here it is. What is this? Oh, it's another toy, another matchbox. It's another tray off a truck, but this one's not a king size. Just swallowed a fly, by the way. I think it's the matchbox farm trailer. It goes with the tractor. I had most of these toys as a kid, so I've still got all my old matchbox toys actually. So I'll take some still photographs. This one will have the Made in England by Lesney underneath there, and it'll have the number and the description. So that's good. So a good solid 82 here, compact target. Jumps to 84. Dug a lot of alloy bottle tops. This won't be that with a reading like a low 80 conductivity wise, but lots and lots of targets here. in the 60s and 70s. Our target's out there on the right hand side of this little heap. Checking with the pro pointer. And we've got a coin. And it's 2 cents. I think I've got, it's my third decimal coin. I've got a two twos and a 1 cent coin, I think. Well, that's from the second period of occupation. Here's my third decimal coin from this front yard. It's another 2 cent coin. Is it? Yes, it is. These will be all early 2 cent coins. I'll get dates and things. No pre-decimals from this house site, but there'll be some in here. Righto, we're in far western Queensland. We're heading into the Northern Territory. What you can see here is a important old World War II bit of history. This is the old defence road that the Army built from Mount Isa, which was the end of the railway line, into the Northern Territory to get all the supplies through Queensland up into Darwin when the Japanese were threatening Darwin. Darwin had been bombed, Horn Island been bombed, the Japanese were coming over through New Guinea. This was in the front line in those days, so there was no way to get the all the supplies through by rail because the Central Railway ran from Adelaide and ended at Alice Springs. There was a Northern Railway from Larrimah to Darwin, and then the Queensland Railways ended at Mount Isa. Now the sea route was a dangerous way to do it. From all the industrial areas in the southeast corner of Australia, you either had to take the goods around through the Southern Ocean and up the west coast to Darwin, or up through the Barrier Reef and into Darwin that way. But Japanese subs were sinking a lot of Allied shipping off the coast. There were even U-boats off the Australian coast during the war, and we had the incident, of course, of the Japanese shelling Sydney and Newcastle with from a big submarine, a big I-class boat. So the inland route was safer. This was out of the range of any Japanese bombs, and obviously you're safe from the submarines. They had to build this road. It was just a track at the time, and so they had to build this road 1,000 kilometres west of Mount Isa, into the Territory, and then north to Darwin. And the Allied Works Council was formed to make all these things happen. They predicted 1,000 trucks a day through here, so they built the track, and eventually they had to make it bitumen because there was so much traffic, and in the wet season it needed to be an all-weather road as much as they could make it at the time. So today the modern highway follows the route of the old defence road, and in places you can see the remnants of the old road. The old road used culverts and causeways to cross the rivers, which are dry most of the time anyway. It's pretty harsh country out here. It's all spinifex country. But in the wet, not the case, lots of rain, lots of water. So it was an all-weather road in the fact that you weren't getting bogged in the gravel. So the Army set up a big staging camp at Mount Isa at the end of the railhead. That was the start of this defence road. And there were construction camps all the way along this road, which is pretty well documented. I'll find a few of them. There's a few drum dumps with bitumen and things. I don't know if we'll do any detecting because by and large you don't tend to find a lot of stuff in these places. It's pretty hot today, it's 42 degrees. It's just glorious to be out here and having a look at this old bit of history. I mean, there will be sites along here where there will be good detecting spots, but I mean, the amount of effort to find them is probably not worth the reward. But anyway, it's just nice bit of history here, and it's worth looking at these old bits of infrastructure. I always pull over and have a look and see what was around. I mean, you can go for a walk on the scrub there and you might find an old camp in there. Usually beer bottles are the best indicator. But yeah, very important piece of Australian history that really is just lying here in the sun now, forgotten. So here it is, the Western Queensland Defence Road. Played a very important part during World War II, getting all these supplies and the troops into the north where they were needed. My run on Matchbox cars continues. I've got another one. Just the chassis here, no body. But it will have the name. And it might even be a little Hot Wheels. It's an original Hot Wheels, I think. Oh, it just fell apart. Oh. Well, anyway, we've got... it's actually crumbling in my hands. Okay, well, anyway, we'll get a name off it. We should be able to get a name off that, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's the base, it's got a bit of that grass root in it. And I'll subtitle that vehicle. It's not a Matchbox, it looks like a later Hot Wheels, probably late 70s. Here's some next coins, a little 1 cent piece. A little sugar glider on there. And QE2 on the obverse. Ripper. I just rechecked the hole, there's a second coin in there. It's probably going to be 2 cents, it's an 80 signal. These are all good quality bronze, these original decimals, because they're made from remelted penny halfpennies, so they're always very high signal on a machine. Oh no, well that's a surprise. It's a penny in with a 1 cent piece, obviously an older drop. 1936 I think that is. I'll get a close up. Okay, there it is, 1936 Australian Commonwealth penny, King George V. What a ripper. Didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be 2 cents. A lot of targets in here, a lot of broken signals, so I'm just investigating everything above 50 at the moment. So we've got those 2 coins so far here in this one house block. I'll just concentrate on this area for 10 minutes behind this carport slab and see what I can get. Okay, that's an 86, 87 just in front of that bit of cattle dung you can see. Oh, 88. Solid 88 when I moved onto it properly there. Look, it may not be a tiny, it might not be a small target. It's sounding so well. Oh, it's another really awesome looking Hot Wheels. Look at this. That's complete. Complete with all the plastic parts are still on it. Let's get this up close and we'll have a look. Di Tommaso Pantera. Awesome. I've just found some more car parts, a door and a bonnet off a Hot Wheels, a later 80s, late 70s sort of toy. Possibly another part of it here. I didn't show you those on the video. Where the point of the pick is, I've got a nice mid-80s signal. It's just a smorgasbord of high-tone targets here. I mean, you could be here forever. It's fantastic. So here, really clean, 82, 83. 5 centimetres. Let's see what we get out of this. Let's dig around it. As you can see, it's pretty dry. Oh, look at that. Another one. Oh, it's another Di Tommaso Pantera. It's got it written on it. The axle's just dropped out of it. This little fella had a few toys, but he left them all on the ground. This was a jumpy high tone signal, 76, jumping a bit higher. It looks like it's a halfpenny. Out on the footpath now. Yes, it's a kangaroo halfpenny. Just got to get it the right way up. Okay, there we go. Kangaroo halfpenny. Pretty worn actually, isn't it? Oh, that's, well, wait a minute. What am I talking about? Kangaroo halfpenny. That's the king. Okay. That's the obverse for King George V, so it's an old halfpenny. There's the reverse. I'll have to clean that now and we'll get a date. That's a beautiful little coin. Okay, I've just placed it on this convenient rock. 1933, I think that is. King George V, Australian halfpenny. Okay, well that's the first target on this footpath area. I'll scout around here towards the road and see if we can get something. Okay, I've worked along the footpath from where I just got that beautiful old halfpenny, and I've dug a hole. Target's out of the ground, it's in the back of this little mullock heap. I'll just show you the signal. pretty much a 87, 88. So let's have a look at this one. I'm pretty confident this is going to be a coin. With that sort of target ID, could even be a little silver. So watch me be wrong. We'll go on with the probe pointer and see what we get out of this. As you can see, it's very dry here. Oh look, here we go. I'm wrong, of course, it's not silver, but it's a beautiful old coin. It's another, gee, that's a high tone for Australian halfpenny. 1951 kangaroo halfpenny. Did not expect that. I thought that was going to be silver. That just shows you that a lot of these alloys do vary, but generally they're the same target ID, but that's unusually high. Maybe there's a second coin in there with that. We'll just check that Malakeep, eh? There's that kangaroo halfpenny. Just thought you might have a look at it up close. Glorious condition. Okay, there's the old bitumen road there. I'm on a bit of a coin patch here. The halfpennies and the penny were there. I've got an old fishing sinker there, which was a nice signal, but lead nevertheless. This one here looks like another penny on the edge of the road. It's a lovely signal. Oh, it's a KG5. Oh, it's a halfpenny, sorry. Oh, look at the condition of that thing. It's like that last kangaroo one I got. Look at that. George VI de Gracia. And 1952 kangaroo halfpenny. Repper. Okay, we're going live again. More embarrassing moments for me here. 83, 84. That's a pretty high signal. But that last penny, halfpenny was 83, 84. And it was a 51. Obviously the alloys changed slightly. I mean, I've never been able to find evidence of that written anywhere. The percentage of copper and tin generally stayed the same. But Australian halfpenny pennies definitely have a higher alloy content than the Old English Britannia coins, because they get a lower target ID, only by a few points, on an AT Pro and an AT Gold, and the Ace 400, 300. Okay, targets out there. Getting an 80, 85, 87. 85 up to 87 there, on that side there towards the camera. Might be another car, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be a coin. Of course I'm wrong. It's just a piece of scrap alloy. Right, I've crossed the street into the neighbour's front yard, and a lot of targets. Managed to pick a nice high tone out of the clutter. AT Pro does it really well. Even the big core recovers really quickly between target signals. Look at that. Nice penny, quite deep actually. Kangaroo. 44. She's a wartime coin. King George VI. Nice. Right, it's nearly midday. We're still going. We just had a cold drink of water. Peter's doing the footpath on the other side of the street there, and I'm doing this side. But I looked over to the left, and 20 metres away I spotted a coin on the top of the ground. It's a decimal coin. It's an old 2-cent coin, but look, see the way that the storms come through and washed all the dirt off that coin. And there it is, just sitting on top of the ground there. You can see Queen Elizabeth smiling in the sunshine. Fantastic. Right, well, Peter's just wandering along here. We're sort of heading back to the car. It's getting a bit warm now. We're going to have another cold drink. He's called out, he's got a sunbaker, and he has too. Look at that, it's a halfpenny. See the kangaroo halfpenny, yeah, that's awesome. Nice, and look, it's just sitting right up on top of the sand there. Last storm must have washed that out, eh?
I'd say so, yeah.
Nice one.